Welcome to Limitless Daily, where we tell the stories of those who turned struggle into strength and left legacies that echo through history. If you're new here, hit subscribe, because today we dive into the life of a man whose dream lit a fire of hope across the globe. Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Early life. Martin was born in 1929 in Atlanta, Georgia, in a world divided by segregation. Signs marked where black people could sit, eat, and drink. Racism wasn't just a belief, it was the law. But Martin was raised with faith. His father, a pastor, taught him dignity and courage. As a boy, Martin dreamed not of power or wealth, but of fairness. He wanted a world where the color of your skin didn't decide your worth. Discovering his voice. By his teenage years, Martin's gift was clear, his voice. He could stir hearts with words. He studied theology, inspired by the teachings of Jesus and the philosophy of Gandhi's nonviolence. He believed that hate cannot drive out hate, only love can. And with that belief, he stepped into history. The Montgomery Bus Boycott in 1955, Rosa Parks refused to give up her seat on a bus to a white passenger. She was arrested, and the black community of Montgomery rose in protest. At just 26 years old, Martin Luther King Jr. was chosen to lead the movement. For over a year, black citizens walked instead of riding buses. Despite threats, arrests, and violence, they stood strong. Finally, the Supreme Court ruled bus segregation unconstitutional. The boycott marked the beginning of the civil rights movement, and Martin emerged as its voice. March, Jail, and Struggle King organized march, sit-ins, and protests across America. He was arrested dozens of times, jailed for demanding freedom. He faced death threats, his home was bombed, but he never wavered. He once said, "Faith is taking the first step even when you don't see the whole staircase." The I Have a Dream speech in 1963. More than 250,000 people gathered at the Lincoln Memorial for the March on Washington. There, Martin delivered one of the most iconic speeches in history. "I have a dream that one day this nation will rise up and live out the true meaning of its creed, that all men are created equal." His words weren't just heard, they were felt. Across America, across the world, people believed change was possible. Nobel Peace Prize in 1964, King won the Nobel Peace Prize for his nonviolent struggle. At 35, he became the youngest recipient at the time. But instead of slowing down, he pressed harder, fighting for jobs, housing, and dignity for all. The final days on April 4, 1968, in Memphis, Tennessee, Martin Luther King Jr. was assassinated. He was just 39 years old. His life was cut short, but his dream lived on. Today, schools, streets, and monuments bear his name. His dream continues every time people stand up against injustice. Life lessons from Martin Luther King Jr. Dream boldly. Even if the world calls it impossible, lead with love, not hate. Compassion is the most powerful weapon. Stand firm. Justice may take time, but persistence bends history. Sacrifice for a greater cause. True leaders serve, even at great cost. Legacy. Martin Luther King Jr. wasn't just a man of words, he was a man of action, patience, and courage. His life reminds us that even in the darkest times, a dream can light the way. This is Limitless Daily. If King's story inspires you, subscribe and share this video, because the world still needs dreamers who act.